Yo, so you're playing as Russian. I thought of a pretty OP strategy that's going to let us get a cautious ruler and tenant farmers by January 1837. So we're going to try to do that. So the first step is we need to find a cautious general in our general pool, which shouldn't be too hard. And ideally, you want that cautious general to be of an interest group that we are okay with, and maybe even some decent ideologies, but those are not nearly as important. So yeah, we'll look through our general pool. Okay, we get this guy. He's an authoritarian gentry assembly, which isn't great, but he is cautious, so we're going to take it. Now, in terms of tech, we're going to do pretty normal stock exchange into railways, and we're going to go up on taxes, down on government wages. And then we're going to, of course, start out by building a ton of construction sectors. We're just going to be doing mostly normal stuff for the first, 6 months. Export grain to everyone that the routes would be fairly large on, like all the 25 and above countries. And we take a trade agreement with Austria, and that should be pretty solid. For opening wars, I think we're going to be declaring on these guys for mandate growth. Austria accepts our proposal for a trade agreement. This is another reason why we're going after these guys instead of something that we start an interest in, because declaring that war would put us over 25 infamy if we did something like Persia. And so that would be pretty bad if we went over 25 infamy, because then Austria would decline that. We could just wait a week, but yeah, we're just gonna check on Argentina here and add a bunch of revoke claims to hopefully get them to simply back down, because that would be quite a bit easier for us. Oh yeah, also we're gonna set our grain production to maintain single crop. This will make more grain, which will let us export more grain. Okay, Argentina almost instantly backs down. Very nice. I think we'll go immediately after Chile next. Revoke claim. Revoke claim. Chile backs down as well. Crazy. It's Corn Laws time. We don't necessarily have to do this Corn Laws exploit where we swap the grain PMs like this, because getting the tenant farmer strat that we're doing later, you could probably get grain to click over 25% price with that. But this will just make us get the market liberal a little bit earlier. So this is going to be what we do. We should have grain prices quite a bit over 25%, and that should trigger Corn Laws. Yep, even though it went back below 25%. Now we can flick all these back to the other PM, and we should eventually get a market liberal from Corn Laws. Okay, we get a modern conservative. Very nice, an inspiration for our age. Now we're going to start bolstering the liberal movement and suppressing all the other movements that tend to attract the landowners. This should eventually make us go to grant leadership to that guy. Okay, so it's now January of 1837, so it's time for me to do the strats. So first of all, we're going to look through our generals, and we're going to look for that one cautious guy we had. We'll find him somewhere in here. I'm sure he's going to be near the bottom somewhere. There he is. Now we're going to retire all of our other commanders in our military. That is going to take a little bit of a second, but yeah, I'm just going to do that real quick. And all your admirals, of course, because those guys can also become leader after our trick. Real quick, just exile all those guys. Now what we're going to want to do, put the rural folk in government, except we're actually going to need to lower taxes to be legitimate. Now we're going to want to fake pass off of, we're going to fake pass consumption-based taxation. This will make it so the abdication can't pick this. Now we're going to have to fake pass homesteading. Canceling this gives the peasant movement plus 56% activism. Since it's already at 25%, this will put it over 75% activism, which should now trigger a revolution with the peasant movement. And now the only law it wants, which we are able to pass, is tenant farmers. All the other laws it would like, we cannot pass because we either don't have the tech, we don't have available laws like per capita taxation, and so tenant farmers is the only option. If you click here, you can see here, Russia enables law tenant farmers. Now we have to decide which interest groups we want to get hit by this minus 90% clout. I think that the answer is going to be at least the church. Now we have to decide which other interest groups. I think maybe the petite bourgeoisie. They're not that useful. I don't know. No, it's a jingoist. If it wasn't a jingoist, I wouldn't. But since it's a jingoist, it might help us pass colonial stuff. So we're going to just put the Orthodox Church into government. And now when we click this, give us minus 90% clout on the Orthodox Church. And we get the accession of Alexander II, except that's actually a fraud. We actually get the accession of Leonid Kelch, which is a cautious, so that's very, very nice for us. We do need to give our armies some new generals now, though. That would be pretty nice. I'm pretty sure this peasant movement should be going away fairly soon, because, yeah, dealing with that is gonna be a little bit it's definitely gonna go away, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we just need to hire some new generals for our army and stuff, or else we will have organization problems when we go to war. Quickly promote some generals, and that should be pretty solid. Now, is our market liberal pressuring Lanners yet? Yeah, he is. We can just grant him leadership, and then should be able to help us pass laissez-faire. Very nice. Now let's stop bolstering and suppressing this. Just keep bolstering or keep suppressing the absolutist movement, because this is the one that's going to stop us from passing laissez-faire as fast. Now I'm going to see how long we can hold a budget like this, because I would like to ideally pass laissez-faire as fast as possible, and this would help us get that minus 50% enactment time from authority and righteous government. Okay, I built a little bit too much construction, so we're going to delete a little bit of it. I'm also promoting some Lanner generals just so that we stay above 9 legitimacy. But yeah, we're just going to accept a little bit of debt so that we can pass laissez-faire super fast here, ideally. And there's our first success. Can we get it through by 1837? Please, please, please. Yes, let's go. Yeah, now we're going to go up on taxes. Maybe put in another consumption tax because we want to try to balance the budget as much as possible. And we do want to try to decide what law we're going to be passing next. Church are still pretty powerful. I wonder if there's a world where we can try to pass freedom of conscience here. Maybe we give it a shot. It's probably not going to pass, but if we can get that through, that would be really nice, I think. Yeah, let's go for it. So we just got the pacification of the steppes, and there's a great way to do this quickly, which is granting market control to one of these guys, which should bring them over 80 Liberty Desire. Now that triggers the Kazakh revolt. Very nice. Now we just need to quickly defeat the Kazakh Khanate. Should be pretty simple. Okay, thinking about this again, passing freedom of conscience is stupid. There's no shot. Let's go for a law that we actually have a much better chance of passing, like religious schools. Okay, the London Conference is going, and already 3 great powers have voted for 24 points, so we'll vote for it as well for that plus 10 relations with all the German cultured countries. I don't know if positive relations with these guys is really that helpful, but we might as well take it. Okay, we just dealt with that, so now we get the silent steppes, and we get claims on Central Asia, so that's pretty nice. Now, for our next play, I think we're gonna go ahead and protectorate Bolivia here. Force diplomatic play. Now we'll also add transfer North Peru. Maybe we shouldn't have added that. I don't know. Actually, let's just do that so that we can then just land them and stuff, and we won't lose our infamy on this, because this will eventually turn into full Peru, but if we add more war goals, they're likely to back down. In fact, let's actually add war goals to make them less likely to back down. Now I'm going to start incorporating Warsaw, because we need this for a company, and I'm also going to start building some government administrations, which we're going to need, because we are in a pretty severe bureaucracy deficit right now. And I should also start spamming a bunch of promote social mobilities, although they're not going to be that important, because we are actually getting religious schools really early in this game. Oh, whoa, we really need a lot of bureaucracy now. We need so much bureaucracy. Okay. Well, it'll be fine. We'll just deal with it. Not going to be too big of a concern, I think, hopefully. One thing that would help with that is deleting your useless trade routes that you have. Sort by units and delete low unit trade routes, just so we can save a little bit of bureaucracy. Okay, Bolivia ends up backing down, even though we had primary war reps. It's okay. I'm surprised how many backdowns we've been getting. Looks like UK would protect New Granada. Maybe we should improve relations with the UK so that they're less likely to interfere with our wars. Also begin improving relations with these guys. Looks like no one protect Venezuela, so we'll go for them. Having a cautious ruler means we can really protect a lot of stuff without even going over 25 infamy. Now we got our first mandate, which we will make food standardization. Oh, Venezuela didn't back down. Alright, we will launch a naval invasion on Zulia. Well, we already have enough bureaucracy for another institution, so I guess we're gonna go for colonial exploitation already. Okay, we've landed in Zulia, except it didn't put us on the front for some reason, but there's some sort of land. Okay, Baltic governorates managed to land in their capital. Nice. Didn't quite enforce, but we should be able to very soon. Yep. The Ottoman Empire's a minor power. That's crazy. Okay, we just got atmospheric engines, so we'll start swapping that up. We are going to have a little bit of a coal shortage at first, so let's just import some coal from a couple countries while that sorts itself out, because we're building a bit of coal in our country to fix that. And we passed colonial exploitation. So let's start a colony in Kenya. crazy that we're actually like competing for the British for Kenya. Now for my next principle, I'm gonna go advanced research. We're gonna try to go for advanced research 3 ASAP for that plus max innovation investment. I bet by the time we get there, we will be going for maximum innovation and investment. Not quite sure how soon, but it seems like it's gonna be pretty soon because we are just going up real fast here right now. Oh yeah, we might as well pass free trade. That'll give us some loyalists from the Corn Laws thing. Okay, so we're gonna declare on the EIC here to transfer India. Now it says France will join. Surely France wouldn't join, right? That's just a lie that the British are telling us so that we wouldn't attack India, you know, right? I'm sure that the French would never join Britain ever, right? Why would the French join Britain? Is that what? I don't know why why are they not joining? No clue. But we'll take it. Check our game rules real quick. Yep, okay, it's all good. I don't know why France isn't joining. That's a little bit weird. So seemingly almost the entire British army is going to this front here, which means they have only dedicated 4 troops to defending their mainland. Let's just do a quick little naval invasion into there. And, you know, like, we can do another one into Lowlands using you. So we're in the Highlands already, and we're in yeah, we're in all of Scotland now. Okay, well, that's cool. Very cool. Yep, okay, well, let's give these guys some generals. And then let's use you to naval invade home countries. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. Now we're just gonna make it through England. We'll take it. Alright. We'll definitely take it. Oh, we are in naval battles? Okay. Well, let's max out conscripts here, I think, is what we're gonna need to do in order to stand much of a chance in this naval invasion. So we've now occupied all of Ireland as well. It kind of looks like our best hope right now is this naval invasion that's been going pretty well, actually. You know, we just need to hope the naval invasion keeps going well and we can defend on land okay. And then we should be just fine as long as that happens. Oh, they've got a pretty big fleet here. But our fleet is bigger, so we just need a naval battle and then we can keep winning. Maybe we should just... Here, let's bring this fleet over here as well or something. Okay, we get the naval battle. Figure atmospheric engine event here. Guess we'll take the water to boiler tech progress. Oh, they've got 20 guys on the front now, so we're not gonna be able to land very easily. Yeah. Garwahal here guarding the British. So they're in our country, which isn't great, but we'll be fine as long as we hold St. Petersburg, which we should be able to do, hopefully. So since actually a bunch of these troops are irregulars, we can actually land in home countries, I think. Oh, we get the end of the Corn Laws. Nice. More loyalism and less radicalism. Just need some quick little battles here against the irregular Garwahalis, and then we should be pretty solid, actually. Yep. Okay, just a couple more battles, or one more battle, and there we are, into the UK. That's an interesting way to beat them. Yep. Okay, yep. Got the British East India Company in 1843. Now, the nice thing about getting it before the Hindustan Uprising is you get to have this minus 0.2 from Chartered Company forever. Wait, Kafiristan owns Kunduz instead of the other way around? I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm fighting Bukhara for Uzbekia because we want to try to make a land bridge over to India here. Because if we do that, we'll have to stop paying 5,000 in port connections to India, which is absurd. So we'll just take these 2 states and then conquer Kafiristan, then Chitral, then probably liberate Jammu and then use EIC's return state CBs against Khalsa Raj. Okay, time for the conquest of southern Turkestan. Okay, they just give it up. Time for the conquest of Chitral. Alright, they do not give it up. None of this is impassable, right? Yeah, none of this is impassable, so we should be fine. Just need to get a connection to Khalsa Raj. So it turns out India doesn't have an interest in Persia, so we aren't going to be able to take Sikh Pashtunistan. So we're going to be returning Chitrali Kashmir as well. Then we'll transfer Kashmir, or transfer Jammu and return Pahari Punjab. And that'll give us our land bridge that we need. Also, we're going to go up on taxes and use that money. Oh, as our state incorporated, it has. So let's build our company, right? Lil Pop E Rao E Lowenstein. Okay, we're gonna slot in Lilpop Ravi Lowenstein. Unfortunately, it's gonna be headquartered in Kursk. I'd like Kharkov because I think we might make that our capital eventually. But unfortunately, there's no way we can get these iron mines to be more productive than these tooling workshops. So we'd have to like build a bunch of buildings to move the capital or to move the headquarter location, which I don't think is really that worth it. So we're just gonna slot in Lilpop here. So now we're gonna transfer Jammu, and we're gonna also demand the return of Pahari Punjab, and we'll ban slavery in Jammu and seek war reparations and just try to add as many things as possible to get them to not back down, please. So it turns out they still back down, so we're going to be primarying this, I guess. Now go Advanced Research 3 principle, which is pretty nice. I'd like to upgrade the education institution. We don't actually have max innovation investment anyway, but should probably start getting that pretty soon here. Also, we should have a more legitimate government. That would make some sense. And the land bridge to India has been built. Oh yeah, we've unlocked railways, so we should probably be building a lot of those. We also gotta remember to subsidize them, but I'm sure I'll remember that. I would never forget that. I'm 1,000,000,000% sure. You see, we did it. We're great. Anyway, our company is finally over 10 buildings, which means it's gonna start building buildings outside of our single state. Oh, never mind. It still only has 9 in the state, so I think it still is gonna be building mostly in its own state for now. Unfortunate. We need to get it to 10 buildings. We have built some buildings for it to buy. That certainly is a Hindustan uprising right there. Yeah, we'll mobilize a bunch of troops to try to deal with the Hindustan uprising. It's gonna be a bit of a concern, but I'm sure we'll find a way. The game is running a little slow here. Well, we're bringing our troops over through Kashmir, hopefully. Hopefully things will work out. Doesn't look great for us, but okay, now that everything's on the front, we've got a 67 advantage. Oh, and things are going okay on this front as well. Bruh, there's some sort of phantom front here that we didn't reach in time, so they're just able to push us out with no resistance. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna do this as my government, and then we're gonna start passing proportional taxation. There's actually 3 fronts over here. This is crazy. Okay, so we should be doing pretty good. Yep, we're making good progress with the triple front shenanigans here now that we... Oh, what? We're not making good progress. We're making terrible progress. This is so confusing. Well, the Hindustan uprising is basically dealt with now. It's a little bit annoying, but basically over. Get some opposition member demands, but it'll be fine. We'll get through prop tax. Almost all of India is occupied. Oh, uh-oh. Prussia intervened in one of these wars and I didn't realize. That's a big uh-oh. What's our army power projection relative to Prussia? Got 5,700. Prussia's got 56. Let's raise the conscripts. We're probably going to need them. Okay, Hindustan uprising is over, so now we can send all of our troops back to try to deal with this mess. This is not good. Okay, troops are finally arriving to the front, so now we're getting real battles. It's still not going well for us, but I think we're going to naval invade into the revolt, which should make things a little bit easier for us to win. If we can just occupy the entire revolt, then we should just win, right? In theory. Revolts should be ticking down fairly quickly. Not actually that fast, but hopefully we can push in through this side as well. We're just landing here, because, yeah, things aren't going great for us. This should let us get a easy victory. Now they're going to tick down real fast. And the Baltic Governorate is gone. So we're definitely getting cut off here in Kenya, because the British have quinine. So yeah, that's unfortunate that we didn't make it. We barely didn't make it, but yeah, we don't make it to the coast. So let's put an interest in Congo or something and go for this. Pass proportional taxation, apparently. Big nice. What do we want to go for next? I put a bunch of government administrations in the queue, which will help solve our taxation capacity deficits that are currently giving us 100,000 in unrealized taxes. I think I'm going to go on to legal guardianship. We'll swap off of it eventually again, but I think for now, the extra birthright will be nice. So we've got this war between the UK and Persia here. We're going to do some shenanigans to get Persia's subject. Really, right now they really don't want to be, but they will want to be soon, don't worry. Just need to improve up a little bit here. Absolve obligation. Now we need to get to 20 relations with Persia so that we can form a defensive pact. That should happen pretty soon here. And, yep. Now we form a defensive pact. Now abandon them. Now we get a free subject in Persia. Very nice. Britain's in the negative war support, so hopefully they'll be willing to accept peace. It's looking like they might actually deoccupy the war goal, which would be very bad if that happens. Uh-oh. Yeah, things aren't looking too good for us. Let's start mobilizing troops, because, yeah, if Persia doesn't send a peace deal soon, we are kind of screwed, because they're going to retake the war goal. Oh, they got the war goal. Alright, well, Persia proposed a white peace? Bruh. Maybe we have to accept that. The war really isn't looking too good for us. Yeah, okay, I guess we'll accept that. I'm gonna start passing public health insurance. Okay, public health insurance passed. Very nice, very nice. Guess I'm gonna go for the South African gold now. That's a very early creation of British East Africa, which is gonna be very nice for us. It's gonna mean that East Africa is not only colonized by the British very fast. So the Prussians have yet again decided that they hate us, which is annoying. Why do you do this to me, Prussia? All I wanted was to exist, and you just keep joining my Baltic Governorate revolts. Just don't. It's really simple, Prussia. You can just not join them, you know. That's an option you have. Okay, you've unlocked steel frame buildings, so it's time to start swapping up to steel frame. Explosive factories need to start employing up here. Crystal glass. Explosives go to ammonia sulfide process. And then with explosives going up, we can probably start swapping out more to steel frame. I see nothing that could possibly go wrong here. Don't worry, we've built up a bunch of these industries beforehand. Put this on that just so we can make sure we get as much lead as possible here. I'm running a small negative balance here. All will be fine. Let's just add a couple of extra consumption taxes. Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Yeah, I think we basically just need a bunch of steel and stuff. Steel, glass, and then we should just be solid pretty much. Build some railways. Putting some Diplopacks on Mexico, trying to get them into power block. I think we'll try to do that. We don't actually have an interest in Mexico. That would help out a little bit. Is the CSA on minor power? Yeah, they are, so maybe we go for them as well. Apparently Peru is independent. I don't know how that happened. Weird. I think they're like a 150 leverage towards us, so maybe we should just try to get them into the block. That seems like a decent strategy. I'm for level 3 on— oh wait, we didn't have philosophy department enabled. What? I thought I enabled it. Oops. Okay. But we also get this. Nice, nice, nice. More consumption taxes. We need the monies. Oh, we just finished retreating civilizing mission. What do we want to go for next here? Improved fertilizer, I think. Austria is offering to provide military assistance. How do they have more army than us? What? 7,900? Okay, well, surprising. Now I'm gonna attack China to conquer Beijing. Except what the real plan of this war is we want to try to get China to go bankrupt by funding their army. We're just gonna try to hold the front, and hopefully China will just go bankrupt. We'll see if it works out, but that's the hope. I don't know, return CBs as well, I guess, because they're relatively cheap on the infamy. And primary Qing war reparations so they don't back down. Okay, I think we'll go food company next. It's time for our second abdication of the run. So yeah, the plan is, first of all, we want to fire all of our generals except for our one cautious general. It should be one of these armed forces guys. I remember it being one of these guys, I think. Yeah, here he is. Oh no, that's not the right guy. Super old. I think we have a younger guy somewhere in here. Here it is, Roman Romanov. So yeah, we're gonna fire all of our other generals except for Roman Romanov. Except that they're busy in battles, so we can't fire them. That's unfortunate, but yeah, we'll deal with that. Yeah, that's actually a bit of a problem, that they're busy in battles. Too bad. Are all these guys busy in battles? Pretty much, most of these guys are. Retire commanders. Retire more commanders. So now that we've fired all of our generals, what we're gonna do— this guy, by the way, is our current ruler, that's why we couldn't fire him. Well, we could if we demobilized his army, but it's not too relevant. So what we're gonna do is pass freedom of conscience, stop passing freedom of conscience. Now, go to our government, take out the Orthodox Church, because apparently you can't pass state atheism while you have the Orthodox Church in government. Now we're gonna pass state atheism. Stop passing state atheism. The nihilist movement gets really mad at that. So yeah, that should start a civil war now. Yep, there they go, civil war. Now we can just abdicate the throne, and we can choose which interest groups we want to give negative 90% clout to. Not give it to the landowners, give it to these guys. Do we have a petite bourgeoisie that we can invite? A certain Joshua Norton? Can we invite that guy? No, we can't. Interesting. America has this incorporated. So that's unfortunate that someone else has already snatched it up, or America hasn't exiled him yet. Yeah, America has not exiled him yet. That's unfortunate. So I think we want to damage the PB's clout then. Not these guys. And maybe you. That seems pretty fine. Now we can just flee the border while there is still time, and we now have total separation. And Roman Romanov is now the leader of our country. Time to annex Circassia and the Caucasian Imamate. Oh, Ottomans are going to protect them? I guess we'll have to protectorate the Ottomans if that happens. I wouldn't recommend that, Ottomans. Well, the Ottomans have done it. Alright, 28 infamy to get an Ottoman protectorate. I will take that. Let's take a look at those infamy reductions we've stacked there. Pretty nice. They're not going to jump back up to unrecognized major. Surely. You know, we should probably hire generals so that we can defend better. That would be good. They're slowly sending Qing into bankruptcy. They're currently at 7.5 million debt. They're gaining debt pretty quickly now. I'm a little bit confused why Qing is still only running medium taxes when they're losing like 200k a tick. 300k even. Okay, Ottoman Empire Protectorate acquired. Very nice. Now let's go conquer the Imamate real quick. Return Imamate Dagestan, return Caucasian Imamate. The fact that the church are still like 20% clout when we have passed total separation is crazy. Denmark is a Belgian protectorate? What? So we have a bit of a tough choice here between getting investment rights in Mexico or military assistance to get the final little bit of leverage we need, because we're currently only trending towards 180 or something. So the reason we don't really want investment rights is Mexico is somewhat close to getting to major power. I think it's quite unlikely that they'll get it in soon enough that it's going to be a problem, but we'll just take investment rights, I guess. The other option was giving military assistance, which would cost us quite a bit of money. It would be much safer that they won't go up to major power. Depends on how much our investors invest in Mexico. Hopefully we don't get too much investment into there. Should be able to invite them to the power block very soon. Yep, 200 leverage reached. Oh, only 50% acceptance. Our cohesion is really low because of the Ottomans. Dang. Okay, it's time to go end this China war now. We need to do a naval invasion of North China, or of Beijing or something. Because, yeah, they're going to be getting to our country pretty soon here. So we need to go deal with them. And their debt is getting to the point where they're going to bankrupt eventually. Did a little bit of fake landing on Shengjing. Oh, I was going to try to land Beijing, but of course 142 troops just appear right before we land. That's unfortunate. Oh, but do we just get in for free now? Yep, okay. Nice. So yeah, China should be willing to accept peace here. Maybe we don't get all of them. Not quite, but next tick we can. Yeah, China's like losing war support really fast. And there we go. They're in 63 million debt, so they're definitely going bankrupt with that much debt. How do we have so much port connections? What's wrong? I don't know. Well, we're just going to spam a couple port buildings, I guess, to try and fix it. We'll see. Looks like China is still losing like 400k a week, or 300k a week, 400k a week, even though they're out of the war. So that's a pretty good sign that they're bankrupting. I just realized Scandinavia forming stole all my land. How dare they? You know, I always thought this event was broken and it was affecting your trade unions, but if you actually hover over this, it's affecting the British trade unions. Okay, we can get Mexico into the block now. Nice. We just completed the conquest of Turkestan and the ruler of the East, so between these two options, we can get 2% upper strata loyalist, 5% industrialist political strength, or I think the bottom option is going to be better. And then the great game here, we get some prestige, influence, and trade route competitiveness. Nice. Oh, we got the, what's it called? Malaria prevention. So we can start colonizing a bit more. It's our colonial growth rate. 5, so that means we have finished all of our other colonies. Something like this should be good. Yeah, we're going at 1.66 now. Let's go to cultural exclusion. Okay, I'm gonna declare make protectorate on Japan. Looks like America might intervene, but we just don't care. We can defeat you, America. We've got a border with Japan on Sakhalin, so you're dead. We got this. I believe in the play. Oh, Japan just backs down. Alright, that's convenient. We should improve relations with them, I guess. Okay, Viatka. You're now a rye farm, if you didn't know. That's unfortunate for you, but yeah. That's just kind of how it is now. You're just a rye farm. Okay, passing cultural exclusion is going terribly, so we're gonna give up on it. Only having a maximum legitimacy of 40 is really unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna try to make China a protectorate. I think that it's probably not gonna work, but it's worth a try, right? Right. Nothing could ever go wrong here, and China will just capitulate, or will just back down to this play, so they don't go up to being an unrecognized major, right? I see nothing wrong with this logic at all, and it will go perfectly to plan. Nothing could ever go wrong. So yeah, Qing got a couple of people on their side, but they're still max scaredness, so please just back down, you know. That would be much appreciated if you could simply back down. Or just don't hit 205 prestige. That would be equally appreciated. Or don't hit 200, please. Let's go up to medium gov wages, in fact, to increase that number. Yeah, 207, that's better, but it's still not good enough. You need to make the number a little bit better for me, please. Or just back down, please. Either would work, really. They actually back down? It's kind of crazy we got India fully consolidated and China as our protectorate this early. Get a world to win, we'll take regulatory bodies, I guess, and start upgrading that institution. Time to use shenanigans to annex everyone. I think we're going to need to reduce their autonomy to colony, but let's just make sure if that's true. Like, if we grant here, are we able to grant here to Agra, or this is impassable terrain, but let's quickly reduce autonomy on these guys, see if that should let us or not. I'm not actually sure on this one. I don't know if you can grant through impassable terrain or not. Yeah, we can. Or no. We might have not been able to get that. Looks like we cannot. Okay, let's just conquer Nepal then. Real quick. Alright, we're gonna give Western Himalayas to Qing now, and then we'll start granting them India, so we can then annex China. Or we'll reduce autonomy on China, more specifically. And then from there, we can, or not bomb her, let's not do that. Yeah, once we're done with this, we can just, grant all this to Korea. And now it's time to go from 300 million GDP to a gazillion GDP, like, instantly. Wait, why is this, such a low acceptance chance? I feel like it's... Oh, they aren't loyal. Unfortunate that they aren't loyal. How are they not loyal with plus 460 attitude? What if I reduce subject payments? What if I exempt from service? Nope. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to accept the 50% chance. Well, they didn't give us the 50% chance. Okay. Well, I guess we're fighting all this now. So for some reason I can't reach those... Oh, you're in that? Okay, why are you all in that? I don't know. Okay, should be making it into the capital of Korea pretty soon here. Took a little bit, but we've occupied most of China at this point. So this should be capping out. What happened? Why is the game frozen? I don't know. Okay. Anyways. Annex Joseon. The Great Russia grows larger. Yeah, there's no way we have enough bureaucracy to do this, but we'll see how much we can incorporate before we run completely out of bureaucracy. And we're also gonna probably be able to pass multiculturalism very easily with this many discriminated pops. Maybe we should probably incorporate Persia first. It's probably a bigger priority. China's probably the minimum priority, except for Beijing, because there's not very much GDP in China. So let's actually just undo China for the most part, in Korea, because this stuff has pretty bad GDP per capita, and then Persia and stuff is going to be where the real GDP per capita is, and India has some decent GDP per capita states, I'm pretty sure. They're like 0.5 GDP per capita overall, so shouldn't be too bad. Something like this might be okay. Yeah, let's do this as our incorporation. So yeah, we're paying a little bit, a little bit for government wages here. Maybe we should upgrade this to standardized filing systems. That'll give us a little bit of extra bureaucracy, which we can use to incorporate more, except that this is actually phantom bureaucracy, I think, potentially. But I think it might be coming from bureaucracy plants that are gonna slowly slowly lose stuff because nobody in these states has enough acceptance. And yeah, we need to get some Han national movements going here. How do we not have the Han national movement spawned yet? There's so many radicals in all these states that it's just so much tax waste. We probably should have waited till we had below 25 infamy to do this. We didn't get that plus 25% radicals from conquest. But yeah, the turmoil in these states is insane. So it's going to be really hard to get buildings to work here for now. So the socialist movement isn't being very nice, so we're going to pass old age pension. Now, our bureaucracy is at an 80% deficit. I reloaded the save, and that's now happening whenever we tick a week. So, yeah, no more incorporating this stuff, or we can't incorporate nearly as much, because, yeah, that's a big bureaucracy deficit. I don't know why it's, done that, but yeah. Why do the Prussians keep doing this? They're trying against us in another Baltic Civil War. Oh, this time, Prussia got it as a puppet. That's annoying. Okay, well, we're failing to pass old age pension, unfortunately, which is probably going to mean that the socialist movement... Okay, it's not turning towards 100 activism, so maybe we're fine. Yeah, we need to pass multiculturalism now. I think to do that, we're going to put these guys in government, grant leadership, and then, yeah, start passing multiculturalism like this. I think it might give us a couple million radicals per month. 1.7 million radicals per month. That's going to be 17 million radicals per year, which is what, 2% of our population per month, or 2% of our population per year. That's not that bad. We're going to temporarily swap out this for creative legislature just to make the law pass a little bit easier. I saw there was a revolt here, so I tried moving some governments around until I found one that would satisfy the revolution with this government. And I found this government, and it's close enough. So we can get a Scandinavian radical, or Scandinavian revolt as our subject. Yeah, it is our radical revolt. Anyway, is there actually a reason to take these guys out of government? Not really. We'll just keep them in, I guess. In fact, we should actually just keep our enemies in government as well, because it'll make them less unhappy. So we were losing a little bit, but we've conscripted up 2.8 thousand conscripts here by adding max conscripts in like every state. So I think we'll be fine. They've got a little bit of a fleet here trying to do a naval invasion on us, but we're trying to do a naval invasion on them. So yeah, hopefully we can defeat their fleet. Yeah, we're winning first naval battle. Okay, that's good. We need something to build with our construction queue, so we're going to build a bunch of naval bases for our navy so that we get the biggest navy ever made. Actually, it's not really going to get employment over there, but we can just imagine that it would. Okay, we can do our naval invasion into Zealand, and that should be basically the end of the Civil War. You know, it's technically going to need to go to capitulation desired, but it's basically over now. Need to move over some troops there, though, to ensure it doesn't get taken, of course. Sorry, France. Prussia offered me a deal I cannot refuse. Prussian Württemberg for free. Let's go. It's not like it's the most useless province ever. No, what are you talking about? Anyway, our Scandinavia civil war is over. Now we got Scandinavia as a protectorate. Big nice. We're getting pretty unlucky with the passing of multiculturalism here. Where's my name tag gone? Is it just gone? Huh? Where did it go? I'm so confused. Ah, yes, of course, it's in East Bengal. Wait, what? We passed multiculturalism? I didn't even notice we're on the final step. Okay. Okay, we're gonna try to pass census suffrage. It says the absolutist movement won't civil war us. I don't know if that's true, but... Okay, 97% activism, not great. Let's go down a tax level just to avoid civil war a little bit. Because, you know, more legitimacy will help avoid a civil war a little bit. 93 is still not great. Maybe we go down another tax bracket temporarily. It's not great, but I would like to pass this without civil warring, ideally. Although I guess a civil war wouldn't be that bad, given that the absolute movement is only 5% clout. We could probably defeat it, and that would reduce our radicalism down quite a lot, probably. Due to multiculturalism actually letting us employ our government buildings, we have a little bit more bureaucracy, which we can use to incorporate a little bit more of the world here. It's not going to be too much, but we can incorporate a little bit more, which is kind of nice. I've unlocked chemical fertilizers, so we're going to turn those on. We probably need to produce a ton more fertilizer. Actually, maybe not that much, but you should probably produce a ton of fertilizer, you know. Grain prices, they're going to be through the floor now, minus 6% or whatever. Very nice. Should help boost up standard livings a little bit, hopefully. And it'll be nice for boosting up our GDP. I think it boosted like 20 million. Okay, we finally passed census, suffrage, big nice. These are the parties we ended up with. That's a lot of parties. Who's winning the election? Let's take a look. The commies. Oh yeah, and since we passed consensus suffrage, we're gonna replace creative legislature back to colonial offices. Oh, we have research to do. Maybe go macroeconomics here. Telephones. Oh yeah, we were gonna do telephones plus central planning for the what's it called? For the extra taxation capacity. That was the plan. Go telephone switchboards. I turned on telephone switchboards. We'll see how that goes. The telephone industries are coming into production here very soon. I think we're probably gonna need a lot of them. It actually looks like we might have enough. Okay, well, I'm just gonna spam some other stuff then. Let's go. Free 20 legitimacy. Big nice. So somehow I have a company headquarter in Delhi. I don't know how, but yep, that's not one of my companies. New election time. By the way, by this point we are incorporating all of China and India. I've been slowly building bureaucracy in order to be able to do that. Oh, we're out of infamy. That's unfortunate. Let's go conquer something. Bhutan, sure. Let's finish off the rest of Asia that isn't a protectorate. We are trying to lower relations with Sind because we have too high to conquer them right now. Okay, we're going to declare to make Egypt our protectorate. Austria might turn against us, but Austria is too weak for that to matter, trust. But more importantly, over here in Brazil, if we swap our government over to the industrialists, we can get a free protectorate. Swap it over, and then we can just join Brazil for become protectorate. Very nice. Okay, Egypt side or Austria side into the play against Egypt. I think we kind of want to liberate some stuff from Austria, maybe. Lib Hungary seems kind of okay for us. I think that's probably going to be enough to maybe set them down to minor power, so we'll just do that. Actually, they're already a major power, or already a great power still, so maybe it won't be, but I think it probably is. I think probably quite a bit of their GDP is in there. Yeah, and this is going to market isolate Galicia. We are currently being defeated by Austria, but once our 1000 stack arrives from Scandinavia, we should be just fine. Oh, our guy died. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, we're going to be abdicating again soon. Oh, we actually can't because we don't have an heir anymore. That's annoying. We're getting pretty close to losing, but we've just landed in Montenegro so that we can't get enforced out. Okay, we can join Sardinia Piedmont in their civil war for a protectorate. Very nice. We just had to swap our government a little bit like this, but it was enough to get Sardinia Piedmont as a protectorate, which is pretty nice. Okay, we spawned an heir. It's time to decide whether we want to become a council republic or a parliamentary republic. Okay, I've decided we're going Soviet Union. So for that, we're going to need to pass a law that either the communist or socialist movements don't like so that we can abdicate to them. Socialist movement looks like we could do that pretty easily with, say, per capita taxation. That should make it start a revolution. Hopefully. Just wait a tick here. Next Monday, we should get a socialist civil war beginning. And, oh, it doesn't have enough clout. Seriously? That's a bit of a problem that it doesn't have enough clout to start a civil war. Let's bolster it. Because, yeah, we need to get this to 5% clout in order for it to be able to start a civil war. Did sort of forget about this fact. Okay, I'm gonna try inviting Karl Marx, and we're gonna hope that he can make the commie movement go over 5%, and then we're gonna do something that makes the communist movement big mad. So let's take a look at what the communist movement likes. Um, so we can get state religion we could do, or yeah, state religion seems a pretty good option here. Except we need to put the church in government for that, so let's do like this government, and then start passing state religion, which the communist movement should pretty much hate. I'm gonna go up another tax level here. We are kind of... Oh wait, we've been on medium government wages? How long have we been on medium government wages? I don't know. That is a bit of a throw. Oops. Okay, we finally got Austria's capital, so they should be taking out of this war pretty soon. Hopefully the communist movement's gonna hit 5% clout pretty soon here, so that it can actually start a civil war. There goes Hungary from Austria. Looks like they actually are gonna drop to minor power from that. Okay, communist movement is civil warring us. So we will just abdicate here, and then it's going to want to pass workers' protections, but we can just make sure that that's Council Republic by just passing workers' protections and then unpassing it. And this should change what law it wants to pass. Now it wants Council Republic. I hope we didn't give minus Inchkupla to anyone important. I don't think we did. Yeah, this seems fine. Alright. Big nice. Now we're going to exile this guy, and he's going to become Georgy Plekhanov, okay? Yep, we get Georgy Plekhanov. Big nice. Cautious, literary. I think let's go, mass conscription as our first law for the trade unions. I don't really know what's going to be best, but this seems like a pretty decent law to pass. Yeah, we're now the USSR. Big nice. Oh yeah, now Finland's independent. That's fine. We'll just annex them when our truce is up. I assume we have a truce. Yeah, we do. I'm gonna turn on electric engines and automobile production. I assume we're gonna need a insane amount of electricity plants with that, but yeah, we'll get building because we're gonna need a lot. Okay, we can get our Egypt protectorate now. Big nice. Our block is going pretty good here. Almost all of Asia is under our block. It's just Siam, uncolonized, Sin, which we're annexing right now, and a bit of Middle East. It is time to liberate Ireland from the UK. Except we actually don't really care about liberating Ireland. What we do care about is conquering all this Southeast Asia stuff. We're gonna look for that and conquer it. It turns out that's so many maneuvers, we can't actually take it all in one war. Do we want to primary these? How likely is UK to back down? Probably actually very likely, so let's primary this and this. And that'll be our first war demands, I guess. You're not going to get all of Siam in the first war, but yeah, it is what it is. Okay, Britain is not backing down. Now, grab the 85 stack and land the home counties, I guess. We'll see how the Siam war goes, but front doesn't look great for us. Okay, they have nothing in their home country, so we're just going to push through. Of course, since the war goals against conquering their subjects, we actually do need to occupy those subjects in order for the war goal to get enforced. Okay, we passed mass conscription. Now, what's next for the trade unions to pass for us? Could pass compulsory primary school for extra literacy, but I think we've got enough literacy. I think that the best option here is going to be to just go women's suffrage. So apparently America's in this war against us as well, and they're in Constantinople now. We have a small little Orthodox traditionalist movement, which is going to civil war us. It will be fine. It's not going to be fine. The Civil War only has 64 troops, so maybe we actually... Oh, we're at 0 infamy. We need to conquer something that's actually going to cost, like, a reasonably high amount of infamy, right? Because all of our modifiers, we lose infamy real fast. 52 for the Dutch East Indies. That feels pretty high. I guess we'll annex Kokoda. That seems like something we can do. Oh no, the anarchy. What will we ever do? Uh-oh. Apparently we're being enforced. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, let's naval invade Chile, I guess. America is nearly out of the war, so that's gonna be good. Should be happening pretty soon here. We're making decent progress. It's been really slow because they've got pretty good defenders here. And now America's out. Okay. Okay, we can now make peace with Britain. Very nice. Yep. There we go. Not very much was taken over here, but it looks a little bit better, I guess. And we also have Ireland liberated. Yeah, we got the Civil War here. It's gonna be pretty easy. It only has 33 battalions. It can only raise about 1,000 conscripts. It will be fine. We got this. Easiest civil war of my life. Why does this government have 0 votes now? I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. What? Oh, did they just recreate their party? I guess they just recreated their party. That's stupid. The civil is going to be pretty nice to get rid of our radicalism, which we've had quite a bit of. 1,256 troops versus 64 troops. That's truly a peak battle right there. Okay, we've passed women's suffrage now, so the next law we'd want is old age pension, but that's kind of hard to pass. Like, can we get the trade unions in government? It's 39 legitimacy. It's not that high. What if we take out the conservatives? Okay, so we need the conservatives in. Do we want to go for that for old age pension? I don't know. Yeah, let's go for it. Wait, what? We're actually at 23. Okay, never mind. I guess, how do we make this government legit? Why did it just lie to me about what legitimacy was going to be? I don't know. Guess let's go public schools. That's something we can pass. The Great Russian Civil War is slowly progressing. We've taken over their capital. Okay, Russia should be capitulating under this war finally, hopefully. One day. And there goes the Civil War. That's a bit of a long capitulation thing because it has to annex so many states. But we should eventually... Yep, there we go. Russia is reunited. And our radicalism is now only 82 million. I'm going to turn on housefire plastics because we do want some more consumption of oil. We're also going compression ignition. And getting like all the oil PMs here. Because we have a lot of oil in the Soviet Union here. Like in Baku, where we are making 36 million GDP, almost entirely from the 74 oil rigs that are here. Let's expand this oil rig a little bit. Looks like we have enough transportation in the state to go to rail transportation, so we'll go to rail transportation. In case you're wondering how our company's doing, we've got we have a grain company. We must have annexed someone and accidentally gotten that. Or yeah, the revolt must have picked that or something. Got Lil Pop at like 1700 levels. You got Soviet Foods at like 250. Soviet Home Goods at like 900. United Mineral Producers at like 500. And I think that's all of them. You also got the Delhi Company headquarters. Yeah, let's disband this grain company. And maybe we can slot in an actually good company. I don't know which company you want. Opium could be somewhat reasonable. Actually, I think we're gonna go with the oil company. I just quickly changed over this oil PM so that it would actually go into Baku, so they would get enough oil to, you know, actually get up to 10 levels that it needs to buy buildings elsewhere. So apparently now the other parties have been disbanded, so now we... Okay, this is cursed, but... Yeah. Okay. Um... Okay, I got the election. Now the Menshevik Party has won. So we can put them in government. And now we got our cautious literary guy again. And Baku's at 40 million GDP now. Crazy. Baku, #1 state in the country. Oh, we don't actually have enough transportation for this. That's unfortunate. And if we go steel passenger carriages? Yeah, okay, now we're not running a shortage. We just finished passing public schools. Anyway, we're gonna go for old age pension next for that plus dependence income. I'm not sure why we don't have the other options here. We're forced to go communism? Why can't we click anarchism or the other option? I don't know. It's okay. We don't really care. Anyway, but a little weird. We're about to get compression ignition. Once we get that, that's when our oil demand is going to go infinite. After that, we'll probably go macroeconomics, or I think the most one is maybe antibiotics, then macro, then paved roads. Alright, we've unlocked compression ignition, so yeah, this is where our oil demand is gonna go up quite a lot. We actually have the oil to just go everything diesel pump. It's really the power of Russia. Oil is only plus 20% price still. And, like, if you look at potentials, we can see we are really not utilizing anywhere near all of our oil yet. As Russia, we just have so many resources, so we can just afford to build a whole lot more construction than I'm used to, just because there's so many resources in all this territory we have. Alright, let's make Austria a protectorate. That seems like a pretty cool thing, right? And cool things we have to do, right? I think that's how cool things work. We must do them. So, yeah, we gotta get these Austrians as protectorate. Put some guys on the front, and then win. Okay, we got old age pension. Big nice. Let's start leveling that up. There it is. Those welfare payments, they're pretty big. It is actually a little bit of a problem that we're paying 1 million in welfare payments, but it will be fine. Of course, we're paying so much for welfare because we have 70 million unemployed people. So there's a revolt in the Ottoman Empire, which kind of made us lose our front, unfortunately. I haven't really been specifically targeting any specific states, so looking at which states are the highest GDP is a little bit interesting. You got Beijing in number 1, barely ahead of Kharkov, then Tula, Kiev, Kursk. Kinda interesting. You gotta go down to use our biggest state that's bigger than the biggest UK state. 32 million on Yorkshire is insane. What are the British doing? Okay, Austria's war supports now, so we can take Austria as a protectorate. Big nice. The Eastern Bloc grows larger. Now we shall kick the UK out of Asia, conquer Herat, conquer Haredi, South Turkestan, and then transfer Siam. And with that, the British shall be kicked out of this continent. But also, let's liberate Scotland. These guys, I don't know why it's showing the communist flag for liberating them when it's going to use UK laws. Yeah, we'll do something like this to make them less likely to back down. Oh, we actually also need trucial states, and we also want Mara, but who cares about Mara? It's not a rough. Since our country just has so much oil, I think diesel engines is actually going to be the play here. It'll spike up our oil prices again, so we can build even more oil. Just make oil. More oil. Okay, we're going to be landing into home counties again. Very nice. Giving so much welfare to these people that they're 13 SOL without a job. This is a scam. I'm getting scammed. Grain is getting somewhat expensive again. Shall we build a small little rice farm somewhere? They're by like low unemployment maybe. Is there going to be any state with a significant amount of arable land with low unemployment here? Not really. Yeah, okay, let's just, who cares about unemployment, really? Just build, level 500 rice farm in Jiangxi. We're gonna need a little bit of stuff for this, like a level 60 railroad and stuff, probably. Okay, we'll land in the home counties again, because we got kicked out, so we should be able to finally enforce now. Hopefully. I'm gonna wait for Britain to tick. Nope, they want more war support drop. Let's just not take war reps. And alrighty. Big nice. This is ridiculous. People on welfare are getting to 20 SOL. You know, the Dutch are a pretty cheap protectorate, so I think we're gonna go for the Dutch here. 35 infamy. That'll give us the Dutch East Indies effectively. That'll be pretty nice. Russia sides against us here. It's unfortunate, but yeah, I don't think there's too much we can do. We'll just, mobilize 4,000 conscripts and kill Prussia with it. I don't think we have too much use for war goals against them. Guess we might as well take war reps. POV welfare payments is by far the biggest expense. It's like half of our government expenses. Okay, we're into the Netherlands now. Big nice. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is the highest GDP I've ever had. I think 4.1 billion is my previous record. Right, Netherlands is our protectorate now. Can we get out of this war with Spain, please? Then slavery in Argentina we can give up. Okay, Spain still wants war, I guess. So it's war they will get. I don't know why you want this, Spain. Okay, we can make peace with Spain, finally. I clicked accept, I think. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's over. Big nice. Yeah, this is where I've run out of time. We had our new highest GDP ever. We took over most of Asia, only lacking, like, this little bit, these tiny things, the Philippines. Pretty much we got all of Asia, which is Pretty cool. And we got a bunch of Africa as well. At 20 SOL. Maybe we can take a look at our culture map mode and stuff real quickly. This is a little bit of a mess. We got Han people in Minsk. Belarusian is only the primary culture in... Oh, it is in Vitebsk as well. There's a bunch of Norwegians in Grodno. Okay, yeah, this is a little bit weird. Kherson is Russian. Gujarati. A lot of very weird things going on here. Korean, Kazan, Han, Ural. Oh, Baku has managed to be Russian still. Interesting. Take a look at the religion map mode. We get Confucian in a couple places, Hindu in a couple places. Pretty cool. So yeah, goodbye. Okay, let's end off with the power block menu because this one looks the coolest.